With a ceasefire in Syria, brokered by Moscow and Washington just days away, fierce fighting is still ongoing in a Damascus suburb. The Syrian army says they're trying to drive out al-Nusra Front terrorists. RT's Lizzie Phelan is with the troops on the front line.
When the ceasefire comes into effect on Friday at midnight, this is one area where the fighting will continue. An offensive has begun here over the last few days by the Syrian army in Daraa, which they say was almost exclusively under the control of al-Qaeda's franchise in Syria, Jabhat al-Nusra. And they say it will continue after the ceasefire because, of course, Jabhat al-Nusra is on the list of groups that are excluded from that agreement. Opposition supporters say there is no Jabhat al-Nusra in Daraa, a claim that is fiercely contested by the soldiers fighting here. Major Sa'ar is telling us that this was a sniper position that al-Nusra were using to target civilians in the area that's just beyond here. Graffiti boasting al-Nusra's name adorns the bullet-ridden walls in this area. Media reports have highlighted both that al-Nusra fights alongside a broad array of anti-government groups, and since it was designated a terrorist organization by the United Nations Security Council, its fighters have gone more underground, hiding amongst groups regarded by foreign powers as more moderate.
Al-Nusra fighters usually put up flags of other groups, even those of the Syrian army. Here it's only al-Nusra.
This widespread presence of al-Nusra fighting alongside groups included in the cessation of hostilities plan highlights one of the main doubts behind whether this ceasefire will be viable. For the Syrian army, it means little in Daraa, where they are determined to continue this offensive. Offensive is underway. The Syrian Air Force, as you can see, is striking positions. They say the territory they've won back over the last few days has pushed rebel fighters back to a distance where they can't so easily attack the residents and internally displaced people living on this front line. Lizzie Phelan, RT, Daraa.